good morning. This is my first Talent Connect. I'm excited to be here with all of you. Thank you, Jeff, for the introduction. I think I speak on behalf of everybody at Lynda.com when I say we could not be happier to be part of the LinkedIn family. I'm going to talk a little bit today about Lynda.com, but I also want to talk about learning. And I have had the privilege of having learning and teaching as part of my life from a very young age. I grew up in a family of teachers. I began teaching ice skating and visual art as a teenager, continued that through my university years, took a little detour in tech, and then in my mid-20s came back to my roots and got my teaching credentials to become an 8th grade teacher. And there is something truly magical that happens when you can witness and observe learning. Right? There's this moment of empowerment that you see, and then there's this moment of transformation that happens when you see whatever your student is learning, grasp something, and see how they can apply it to their lives. And for me, that was addictive. But the challenge was I had a class of 30, and that never felt big enough. I wanted to affect millions of lives, not just 30 lives. So 10 years ago, I joined Lynda.com. And it was for that reason, because I believed that Lynda.com could help transform millions of lives with learning. And now that we're a part of the LinkedIn family, that's an even bigger reality. Jeff talked earlier about our vision for the economic graph and how Lynda.com is the last piece of reaching that larger strategic vision. That it's not enough just to line up the jobs that we need, but we need to help people acquire the skills they need for the job they want, and to keep their skills current to make them more productive and successful. How many recruiters do we have in the audience? I'm going to see a lot of hands here, right? Yeah. How many of you have been in this situation? You've got this great candidate, and you've got this great job, and they're missing like 1 or 2 key skills they need to rock that job. And that is so frustrating, right? Well, I want to share the story of Lauren Kleist. Lauren was a customer care representative for about 15 years, first in the airline industry, then at a utility company, and not just kind of the regular call center. She was actually in credit and collections. So you can imagine that between the airline industry and the utility company, what that customer care role looked like for her, right? Unhappycustomers.com. So Lauren, after a number of years, was ready to make a change. And finally, a position came open in her own company in the finance department. And she loved every aspect of it. But there was one key problem. She needed to know how to use Microsoft Excel. And not only did she need to say she needed to know Microsoft Excel, she had to prove she knew it. She had to write a test, she had to build a complex spreadsheet, and she had to score 70% or higher on that test. She had heard about Lynda.com. She signed up. She started watching videos on her commute to and from work. She didn't have Excel on her home computer, so she would go to the library at nights and on weekends to practice the skills that she was learning. She went to the interview. She rocked it. She wrote the test. She rocked it. She got the job. Right? That is the transformational power of learning, right? But it's not just about the skills to get a job. That's one key component. It's also keeping skills current. 20 years ago, we could go to school and get a degree and largely be set up for life with the skills that we got. But those days are long over. Why? Because the skills we need today did not exist when we were in school. And that doesn't matter if we graduated last year, last week, last month, or last decade. Technology is the driving force behind all industries and all jobs, and technology is changing at every second, right? Scary statistic number 1, I have 2 for you today. Here's the first one. The useful shelf life of skills and knowledge is now less than 5 years. And if I was a betting woman, which for the record I'm not, I would say that's optimistic, right? Think about your own situation a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, and how much you've had to learn to continue to be productive and successful at your current job, let alone try to get a new job, right? Jack Welch has this great quote: "Great companies demonstrate a real commitment to continuous learning." Now, are you ready for scary fact number 2? Only 38% of people believe that they are getting the opportunities they need for learning and growth from their company. So, as talent professionals, no matter where we are in the ecosystem, on the recruiting side, on the learning and development side, on the HR side, even those of us who lead larger departments, it's our responsibility to be bringing learning opportunities to our employees. So how does all this relate to Lynda.com? Well, 20 years ago, Lynda saw this train coming down the track. She saw this trend. Lynda Weinman is our founder. She founded Lynda.com in 1995. At the time, she was teaching at Art Center in Pasadena, and this whole internet thing came, right? Now, all of a sudden, she has these design students that have to learn to design for a completely new medium. They're used to print, they're used to video, they're not used to the internet. How do they design for this medium? And there was no training resources, there was no learning resources, and anything that there was complex and difficult. And so Lynda made a commitment to 2 things. 1, she would figure out a way to teach compassionately in a way that made people feel supported and made the complex simple. There was no reason to make people feel stupid in the learning process. Number 2, she made a commitment that she would build a business that could keep content timely and relevant because technology was changing so quickly. And in order for people to be productive and successful, they always had to be learning on the latest and greatest. So 20 years later, we have over 3,900 courses in our library targeted at business, technology, and creative professionals. And we maintain that commitment to make the complex simple and keep our content timely, relevant, and up to date. So, in the spirit of product demos, I want to spend a little time introducing you to the Lynda.com product. But I have long learned that if a picture can say 1,000 words, a video can say 1,000,000. So with that, let's enjoy the video medium and learn a little bit about Lynda.com.
You can learn it. That's the message Lynda.com has for anyone who wants to acquire new skills, to get a new job, get a promotion, or be more effective at their current job. The Lynda.com experience is a combination of 3 components: a diverse content library, a versatile delivery platform, and a range of subscription options. But it begins with content. Our business library covers key professional development topics, such as management and leadership, effective communication, and project management. Our technology library offers hundreds of courses on web design, web development, software engineering, and IT. For professionals in creative fields, Lynda.com has a wealth of courses in graphic design, photography, video production, and audio engineering. And now that we're part of LinkedIn, we're launching a new series called Influencers, which leverages the LinkedIn influencer community to bring our members the collective experience and wisdom of these top industry leaders. Our first course in this series is a skill everyone needs: managing conflict, with influencer Fred Kaufman, author of Conscious Business. The Lynda.com website delivers courses in an easy-to-navigate interface. Each course contains a series of short videos, so members can watch a course from start to finish to learn a new skill, or watch specific videos to learn how to complete a specific task. As the world has gone mobile, Lynda.com has too. Our mobile apps for Android and iOS allow our members to take our experts with them wherever they go. With an extra bonus, they can download courses to view offline. How does someone become a Lynda.com member? Individuals can subscribe on a monthly or annual basis with reasonably priced options that provide access to our entire library. With products such as Lynda Enterprise, corporations of all kinds can give their employees access to the Lynda.com library. Our reach also extends beyond the English language. Our Video to Brain brand offers similar courses and a similar experience in German, French, Spanish, and Japanese. We're proud of our courses and our platform, but mostly, we're proud that millions of people have acquired the skills they need to be more productive and successful, to achieve their goals and transform their lives. With Lynda.com, you can learn it.
All right, so I'm going to leave you with two things. First, if you are interested in learning more about how we create the content we do, please join us this afternoon for our breakout session. It's one of the first times we've really talked about how we create that content. Second, I'm going to leave you with a little homework assignment. I did mention I was an 8th grade teacher at one point, right? So homework assignment. I mentioned in the video that we just launched a new series with the LinkedIn influencer community. Our first course in that series is with Fred Kaufman, who I think might be here today. Fred, are you here somewhere? No? With Fred Kaufman. And I think this is a topic that really resonates with everybody and actually ties into the topic that Pat and Brendan were talking about yesterday, managing conflict. Right? One of the toughest things I think all of us as professionals have to do. So I encourage you to take a little time and watch that, and we're going to make it real easy on you guys. Everybody here in the audience and all of you on the stream, next Tuesday in your inbox, you will get a 30-day premium access to Lynda.com. So take some time, enjoy that, and have a look at how learning can transform your life and the life of the people around you.